Hi, my name is Sharon. I'm Sharon Spice, and I am a nursery, and I have a big property, and I sell different things like all different flowers, sunflowers particularly. I have all different colors of sunflowers. I also sell vegetables, so I sell tomatoes. I sell all kinds of different tomatoes. I sell a ton of vegetables. But what this video is about is kind of about considering your time. Like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I'm going to plant vegetables. I'm going to save money. Are you? Consider your time and your time with your family to be, you know, give it a price. You know, say, you know, it's worth this much to me. Like that's the amount of money you would stop and go work. Because I'm telling you that plants are work. You have to prune them, you have to give them soil, you have to give them water. You got to check the weather all the time to know what's going to happen. It's going to be a hailstorm, or there's going to be a freeze, or whatever the temperatures are. They do take time, and you do have to take care of them. So it's not for everybody. So if you're one of those people that just buy them every year and then they die, don't waste your money on the plant. Let the plant, you know, let somebody else buy it and take care of it. But anyways, you want to consider your time too. Like, you're going to have time, and do you feel it's relaxing? Do you like it? Now, definitely every bit of the fresh taste of tomatoes. You can get locally grown in the store. It is very expensive. It is pretty expensive. But you know, it's definitely an option for you. So, but I'm here to say that I am selling it if it's an option, and I'm going to be giving different tools and things that work for people in different areas. Like, we'll go into gardening if you've got land to do it with, gardening if it's urban gardening, where you do it on your porch or you do it outside, like outside your apartment or whatever, whatever room you have for it, or you do it in your house. Doing it, having a few plants in your house is definitely an option. And you have to take care of them as you would have to take care of just as many. It's always important to have the right soil for that plant. Like the soil, like you buy different soil, like you can get soil specifically for tomatoes, or specifically to know which pH is in it. You know, that you know, tomatoes thrive in high pH soil. That's something you might want to know. So then when you buy the high pH soil, and an example of high pH soil is when you get that dark soil and it has the little white things in it all over, you know, that is example. And again, so you have to know how the plant grows too, and what's good for it. So it's relationship building for sure. So definitely talk to your plant, ask your plant what's going to work, Google stuff too. You know, if you want your plant to be, say for instance, you're planting strawberries, but you don't want them as tart. You don't want your strawberries as tart. A good trick to do there is add a little baking soda when you water them. And it's actually good for the plant. Like maybe once or even twice a month, you use baking soda in the water. Another really good trick to help kind of kickstart plants' immunity and help them is aspirin in the water. So you have to be careful, because if the plant's not strong enough or too young and you give it aspirin, and particularly too much, you can kill it. You definitely can kill it. So you want to be careful of that. And you know, a lot of people don't really prune as much as they could. Like tomatoes. I see people with tomatoes and they have 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, you'll have a tomato plant, you'll have like 7 branches out of your tomato plant. That's not always good. And you want to know the branches that are X or Y, neutral, or don't produce, not produce. You're going to have a stem in there that's not going to produce. You don't need that in there. Take it off. It takes energy away from the plant. You want to keep all the energy to go to the branch that produces. And I'll show that in all these videos to come. You know, we'll go into tomatoes and different kinds of tomatoes. A big, you know, in the last few years, people love to get different color stuff too. And we'll definitely try some of that in videos. I'm going to have some, I actually have yellow tomatoes. And that's something, I have yellow tomatoes and I have chocolate tomatoes. So I'm going to be trying, in video, different plants. And some people just love them. And then I have Amish paste tomatoes. I have these Old German, it's called Old German. I have beef steak. I have Big Boy. I have Early Girl. Here's the thing about Early Girl, which is really ironic. They're having a hard time coming now. They're not early. The beef steak and the Ruckers. Ruckers are great tomatoes. Ruckers tomatoes are so strong. Now, if you just want to like do everything yourself from everything from seed, you can order the Rutgers seeds online. I recommend you don't get seeds. Well, I won't say totally not, but I've had a problem with Etsy with seeds. A lot of the people on Etsy make their own seeds, and they're not always good. I haven't had a good, and mine's been with flowers though. I don't buy. I go to Amazon and I go to Bonnie Plants, and I also go to Gutneries. There's a few different places online that's really good for seeds. Definitely Google it and look at the reviews. But if you want to do it from, you can get everything you need yourself. But if you add everything up and you just buy a plant for, say, $8.99 and $10 shipping, still cheaper. Still cheaper to buy the plant that's already there. Because it's grown to a certain spot. Because you got to get everything for the plant. And then you got to continue to water it. You got to to get it to the certain growth you want. So it's kind of better to buy one if you can. Definitely locally is good too. But online now you can buy. People are really good at packaging. I would definitely look at the packaging. Look at the reviews. If they get bad reviews about dead plants coming. And their first year, I wouldn't. If it's their first year they're doing it, you got to give them time. Because people you don't realize when you first start your own nursery business, you don't realize the time zones. And you have to be aware, if you are going continental U.S. to ship, you have to know all the weather in the United States. So you can protect your plant. Everything should be overnight. That's why I'm having everything of mine overnighted, and then everybody's going to have to pay like $10 towards the overnighting, and then I'll pay the rest. I think that's pretty fair because it can get up to $40, so you're only paying $10, so you need a little skin in the game, right? I think that's fair because I definitely need to make money, right, on my plants. So, but I really love to see my plants to go to people and help people, start plant gardens, because it helps Mother Nature, helps the planet more. So, and that really can, I'm really, it's really, I'm very passionate about climate control, and doing what's right. But I also am, I do think there's extremists too, because you do have to think about people making money too, and being able to live, you know what I mean? You can't put, you can't, you got to consider living beings, animals, people. Everything needs to be considered because we're all one. But anyways, this is just kind of letting everybody know. I'm going to start to be putting plants up. Trees, plants. Trees, I don't really like to they're at a good size now that they would be okay, but I don't think I'm going to ship trees. Unless, trees, I'm not going to ship across country. That's going to be so expensive. Unless the person wants to pay for that. Trees are going to be different. But anyways, I'll look at it. But have a great day.